The electric age, the rise of China, the glory of Detroit is no more. It's faster than you, it's smarter than you, it's younger than you, it's more affordable than you. Time doesn't go back. History doesn't go back. See you in my mirror. General Motors is mocking electric car company Zeekr, which is the fastest growing EV company in the world this year. GM can only dream to be on their pace and have their technology. They're mocking them on social media for evolving too quickly, for improving their cars too quickly. I mean, is this a thing? This is insane. Like, General Motors has completely lost their minds. Their market share in China has fallen by more than 50%. It's in free fall. And they're sitting around on social media, these morons at General Motors, instead of improving their products, they're criticizing others for improving too quickly. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to have you with us. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. And guys, you know what? I can't believe this stuff. You can't make it up. This is actually a true story. Here's the thing, right? Today, Zeekr actually revealed their new 7X, which is a direct competitor to the Tesla Model Y, but it has the ability to fast charge its battery pack, I believe from what I've heard, 560 kilowatt fast charging, right? But I think they just improved that to 600. LFP batteries, their golden short blade battery, their Aegis battery, amazing LFP technology. General Motors could only dream to have this battery technology, make them in-house themselves. They're so far behind in every aspect that you can imagine. Anyhow, apparently Zeekr, right? They've been launching these new cars. They've improved the 001 shooting brake. By the way, guys, there's only one car that I have people coming up to me on the street, coming up to me at EV shows, sending me emails. There's really one car that stands out well above the rest that people keep saying, I want this car. It's the 001 shooting brake or the 001, whatever that thing's, whatever you want to call it. People love that thing. Here in Australia, people so badly want one of these. Anyhow, they've improved that car recently. They've also upgraded the new version, the new 007. The 007 obviously has, to be fair, at this point, significantly better technology in some aspects like energy density, range, and of course battery speed charging, significantly better than the Tesla Model 3 and the BYD Seal. Now, that's just an objective reality. Of course, in some other ways, the Tesla is better. In some other ways, the BYD is better. It's a little bit cheaper. But anyhow, they're upgrading their vehicles really, really quickly. So it's true what GM are claiming. It's true that they're doing it fast. They're bringing up new updates after 6 months. Now, apparently, because they've been updating them so fast, consumers in China have demanded compensation. But General Motors in China, they know that consumers do this all the time in China. It's like this popular thing in China. As soon as the new model comes out, go and demand compensation. You'll get something. Go do it. They'll give you something. They'll give you they'll upgrade the chip in your car. That would cost you thousands of dollars. They'll just do it because they want you to keep quiet. They don't want you to complain. They don't want any negative publicity. The Chinese are very, very concerned, even more so than Australians are, which is really saying something about negative publicity. Guys, I've worked in the PR and marketing departments at government. Wow. Someone says something bad online and there's massive overreaction. That's the vocal minority, the minuscule vocal minority saying these negative things. You've got to just take that you've got to take that with a grain of salt. But the Chinese car companies, they get very concerned. And they told me they read the comments on my videos. I'm like, guys, don't waste your time. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's fine to read some comments on your videos here and there, but reading thousands of comments, that's a little bit excessive. And it's probably really counterproductive. So General Motors, right, they jumped on this and they are jumping on this negative attention, which, to be honest, it's not real, right? There's nothing wrong with their cars. The Zeekr 001 that they've got, there's nothing wrong with it. They're just saying, oh, there's a new model coming up. We want something. Give us something for free. And making us someone dance about it. But that's, like I said, happens to Neo, happens to everyone. So Cadillac, right, they upload a post on the social media platform Weibo saying Zeekr was selling 3 generations of model in the same year, criticizing them for selling 3 generations of model in the same year. In other words, they're upgrading too fast. But Tesla does the same thing, right? Not not quite to that same extent, but Tesla's constantly, if they get a new better part, they'll just say nothing and just put it in the cars as soon as it's available on the production line. They don't even tell anyone. So Tesla, they're sort of doing a similar thing to Tesla, but Zeekr are upgrading probably actually faster than Tesla, which is incredible. This is a big positive, and General Motors is just trying to say, oh, we suck, so how can we criticize other people by criticizing their technological prowess and advancements? I mean, if you compare the Zeekr vehicles to GM's EVs in China, come on, that's just like comparing a donkey to a racehorse. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, GM then said their optic electric SUV will retain 80... Oh man, I can't. Someone should sue these idiots, right? Come on, there's no way this is ever going to happen. It's crazy. So GM themselves say the optic electric SUV, which is already dated, way dated, will retain 80% of its value after 3 years. Before saying you'll need to replace your Zeekr in 6 months or something like that. Cadillac Optic will retain 80% of its value. Now, the technology in the Cadillac Optic is, honestly, it's literally 10 years behind Zeekr's technology. I'm talking the 007, right? 009, the new 7X. They are, even the new 001, they're 10 years behind. And they're just mocking someone who's actually doing something good. Honestly, General Motors needs to slap these fools in the face working at marketing or public relations at the company. This is just such an embarrassment. The global media reporting on this, they're looking at GM saying, you guys are like donkeys. You're like, riding around on horses, criticizing people who are driving cars. That's what it looks like. Zeekr's vice president, he's responded, Zhu Ling. Now, I've met Zeekr's vice president. He's a nice guy. He's a bit overworked because he seemed quite tired when I met him. So sometimes I was trying to talk to him and he was clearly kind of elsewhere. But honestly, Zhu's on the ball. He knows what's going on, right? He said this: the electric age, the rise of China, the glory of Detroit is no more. So he just ignores what GM said. This is pretty funny. He's just completely going to ignore these Muppets at GM and just posted the electric age, the rise of China, the glory of Detroit is no more. It's faster than you, it's smarter than you, it's younger than you, and it's more affordable than you. How do you compete with that? He went on, time doesn't go back. History doesn't go back. See you in my mirror. Yeah, you know what? After driving Zeekr electric cars in China, goodness me. If you're General Motors, I'm pretty sure there's no GM executive or employee or surely there's no one invested in General Motors who has driven a new Zeekr electric car. There can't be. Cadillac, of course, is part of the General Motors, but in China, Cadillac was once a big brand. A few years ago it was. However, their sales have collapsed by more than 50%, like I said, over the last few years. And essentially, they're just a dying brand in China. Sort of sad to see this happen. Sad to see this play out. But kind of funny. You'd have to feel sorry for GM if they weren't going down just being children. Thanks for watching.